We are here live to talk about how you can grow your business right now, specific things you can do to keep making sales, keep getting leads, and keep your business growing. So, as always, this is 100% free, but I would love it if you'd hit those heart and like buttons. If you're watching the replay, let me know with a hashtag replay. And before I forget, one of the most important things right now for an entrepreneur is to really look at your sales process. Make sure that you're really good at sales. So if you would like, I am giving away my sales cheat sheet that is normally reserved just for my paying clients inside the Land More Clients Intensive. And I'm giving it away for free right now. If you would like that, it's pretty much what it is it's 5 videos with 5 minutes of content each. And it just gets to the heart of what makes really good sales feel natural, feel valuable, and close the deal. So if that's something you would want, put hashtag cheat sheet in the comments, and I will send that over to you. And my messenger is just blowing up right now, so I need to turn that volume down. Awesome, guys. Okay, really excited to be here with you. And I got to tell you, I'm always a big fan, and we'll talk more about this in a second, of calling out the elephant in the room, right? When there's an elephant, call it out. And right now, things are a little weird. But I got to tell you, I was sitting in my car last night. I ran to the store to get something. And, it was the typical scene that everyone is probably seeing. All the meat was gone. All the groceries were picked over. And on my way home, I had a really interesting thought. I thought, how cool is it that we as a society have decided that the elderly, the vulnerable, and the weak are valuable, and that we are going to disrupt our lives to save their life? Because I tell you what, we could not do this, and lots of people would die, and they would all be, the weak and the elderly. And we decided as a community that that's not the case. That's not who we are. And so I think that that's kind of a beautiful thing. In the midst of this, ruckus, there's some beauty to be had. And then the other thing that I've been seeing is that I am just loving how many people are stepping up for their community and being like, hey, we're in this together. And the truth is, we are in this together. This is a black swan event. It almost never happens. Nobody knows how to act. No one knows how to react. But the one thing we know for sure is that we are all in this together. So I love to see how many people, how many communities are stepping up and really pulling for each other. And I want to encourage that, and I want to celebrate you. And so if you are one of those people, put in the comment, what are you doing to bring your community together? What are you doing to serve people? And I think that that's going to be, just one of the, we'll look back at this and maybe we'll say this is one of the most beautiful things that we saw during that time, is how people stepped up. And even though we were socially isolated, we were stronger as a community. I'm hoping that that's the case. That's what I'm working towards. Okay, so let's talk really specifically about some things that you can do in your business. Because I think the first thing to say here, and I'll say this to you, I continue to be optimistic about the future. The future is still bright. There's still opportunity, right? So how do we keep moving forward right now when lots of people are feeling a little icky? Lots of people are feeling a little like they're shutting down. Like, I'm getting a lot of questions from clients about how do I move forward in this climate and how do I make offers for sales? So I want to talk about some really specific steps you can take. So let's dive into that. And as a reminder, hit those hearts and like buttons. Let me know if this is valuable for you. And if you want that sales cheat sheet that I mentioned at the beginning, remember, it's my basically high level, here's how you tackle sales. It's something reserved typically only for clients. Hashtag cheat sheets in the comments, and I'll send that to you for free. No opt-in. Okay, so number one is that the number one thing that you need to do right now is keep making sales, keep making offers. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about inviting people to learn more, reaching out to your clients, making offers to make sales. It's okay to do that. And in fact, I would argue, listen, you are the backbone of the economy. I'm talking to you. You own a business. You are the backbone of the economy. You, honestly, I 100% believe this. You have a moral obligation to keep selling. Because if we as small business owners decide that we're going to shut down, we're going to give into fear, we're going to stop, what happens to the economy? It stops. That's how a great recession resurges. But if we as a community step forward and say, no, we're going to come up with unique, creative options, we're going to push past the taboo of this, and we're going to keep growing our businesses, then guess what? You're going to come out the other side stronger, and the economy is going to come out on the other side stronger as well. So that is number one that I have for you, is that you literally have a moral imperative to keep moving forward and keep selling in your business. And if you don't buy into the fact that this is like a community need, then at least we can agree that you have a responsibility to yourself, your business, your family to keep moving forward, right? Everybody needs certain things to keep moving forward. And so you've got to push past whatever taboo there is that you're feeling and find the way to keep making sales. Okay. So this doesn't mean that you have to be slimy and sleazy and pushy or like capitalize on a crisis. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that it's okay to keep making offers. It is okay to keep selling. I was on a sales call right before here. It is okay to keep making sales. And here's what I got to say to you. If you're feeling like, oh my goodness, I don't know that I can make a sale, I am going to step forward and say, I am making sales. And I hope that that makes it okay for you also to keep making sales. I'm going to model this for you. So that's number one, is that you got to keep moving forward. You got to change the mindset. If you're giving into the fear spiral, change the mindset. We're still optimistic. We're still got chance. There's still opportunity. Number two, this is a great time to invest in your community, invest in your tribe, and invest in your business. So what I want you to do is start serving and educating people. Provide value through education. Okay. Invest in building your email list, invest in building your audience, invest in helping people. And even if you don't see a dime from that right now, let's look at Zoom. Let's use Zoom as a perfect case study. And this is crazy because I'm talking about this. I've used it as an example at least 30 times today. But if we look at what they've done, and it's funny because it just happened like 2 days ago, right? They opened up, they're the very first to open up their model to free to teachers and students and like churches. And how many people signed up for that? How many people jumped on board? And yeah, for the next 3 months where they've got that free service, they're not making a dime. But how many of these schools, when this is all over, will say, hey, that digital school kind of worked. Maybe we should keep using Zoom. Or how many churches will say, hey, that digital sermon was pretty good. Maybe we can start offering that. Or how many people are going to say, I'm supposed to go back to work, but I liked working from home. I'm going to open up I'm going to hang up my shingle to be a consultant or a coach or whatever it is, right? We're probably going to see a surgence in those things. And who are they going to turn to? Zoom. Zoom is going to really capitalize on that 3 months down the line. Now, that's not their intention. That's not what they were going for, but it's good business practice during this crisis to look at your community and ask yourself this one question. And this is a writer downer. So if you've got a pen, write this question down. How can I more fully serve my audience? What can I do right now that would be of most service to them? And whatever that answer is, follow it. Whatever it is that you come up with, follow it. Serve and educate and teach. Look for those out of the box things. What can you do to show up right now and be a calming voice to your tribe, to your audience, and help us move forward? That's what we need right now. And you'll be laying the foundation. It's an investment in your business. You're laying the foundation, the branding for success in the future, because you're showing up in a time of need selflessly, not selfishly, selflessly. Okay, so number one, keep moving forward. Number two, serve and provide value through education. Now let's talk about some really specific things. This is information that I typically reserve. You know, I'm pretty free with all my information, but I'm gonna lay this out in a way that I typically don't. And that is, I want you to practice what I call social media direct outreach, SMEDO. It's using Facebook and LinkedIn to build relationships and cultivate leads. So what does that mean? That means strategically connecting with the right people. That means starting conversations, and that means making offers to move into a sales call. When you talk to the right people, offers are a service, not something awkward, right? So I want you to start looking at your network and start looking for, and I got to tell you, the conversation is going to be different than it normally would be. Right now, the conversation is probably going to be something like, hey, how are you doing? How are you holding up? Are you okay? And then once it's established that they're okay, then we move forward. What are you doing in your business? What are you working on right now? Maybe I can help you, right? And you start using social media to build relationships and move forward and cultivate leads that then result in sales. This is a way you can move forward using some very just organic, really localized tools and still make sales while we're, in a disruptive pattern for our life. I got to tell you, I 100% believe that there's a lot of really good things going on right now. And I believe that this is going to change the way business is done moving forward. Like, look for this redistribution of what's going on. Where are things shifting to? Because we're going to see some major shifts after this. And you can be on the receiving end of a lot of good fortune if you take the time right now to be selfless, to be of service, and to help other people. Guys, take some fast focus, imperfect action. This is what I had for you today. This is it. But if there's nothing else that you leave this video with, it's I hope you take this away, is that the future is still bright and that it's okay to keep moving forward. And that if you show up with full intention to serve, you can come out on the other side of this in a much better position. All right. Oh man, that's what I got. Leave me some comments if you have any thoughts on this. Was it helpful? Was it valuable? What are your big takeaways? Hashtag cheat sheet. I mentioned this earlier. If you want my sales cheat sheet, sales right now, imperative. You got to fine tune your sales process. The things that matter really in your business right now is how are you getting leads and how are you handling your sales conversations. Those are the most important things to keep moving forward at the moment. So the sales cheat sheet will help you if you want a little bit of fine tuning or coaching around your sales. Something I typically reserve just for my clients. I'm opening it up for free to everybody. So just leave that in the comments and I'll send it to you. All right, we'll talk soon, guys. See ya.